Welcome to the MythBusters After Show. On this episode, we are discussing the episode Painting with Explosives. Are you ready for the first question?
I am.
Okay, first question. You were allowed to pick any episode in MythBusters history to retackle. Why pick this one?
Well, because it was fun. I really liked the idea, and I have this thing about putting explosives to work to do, productive things rather than destructive ones. And that fits, right down that alley.
All right, next question. Jamie, talk us through your build.
Well, the build started out in CAD because, I wanted to create a sphere, and you can't just go out and buy massive spheres that are hollow. One of our go-to things is using the plasma cutter because it's fast, and you can make 2D shapes that the plasma cutter can cut out of steel, and then you can build them up in layers to make a 3D shape, which is what I did. And all I had to do was draw it up, send it off to the plasma cutter. I got the parts back. I weld them together. I fit bolts in, and it all came together exactly as planned.
What happens to builds like this after you're finished?
Well, this one is my thing anyway. I don't know about what your paintings are, where they're going to go.
I'm going to hang one in my shop. I think they're quite lovely. I think that I'm going to send one to the MythBusters Science Exhibition that's traveling around the country.
Well, and that's where my big paint bomb is going to go. And I believe they're taking the whole room. So this will be a display where you can walk into that room that we ended up with after the explosion.
It might not be at every location because space is always an issue, but
yeah, it's quite visceral walking into that room with all that red paint splattered everywhere.
It looked like a terrifying, terrifying murder scene. Next question. Jamie's build showed great invention and great ingenuity, but Adam almost seemed to throw in the towel. I was expecting something equally as inspiring, but instead it seemed like Adam cheated. Cheated is a very fungible term.
I don't think that at all.
No, I don't think so either. I dispute that. I dispute that characterization. Really what we were looking to do is go back and revisit an episode and have some fun with it. And when I started to think through, I had a beat on what Jamie was building, and I started to think through what I wanted to do, I was actually really totally interested in what would happen with multiple colors sprayed from a central source. I had seen some of the results from our first episode. So as far as I'm concerned, I achieved exactly what I wanted to. I think the high-speed shot of all of those colors of paint exploding like a satanic clown wig onto all of my canvases is one of the loveliest high-speed shots we've ever gotten in the show. So for me, it's mission accomplished.
Yeah, and that high-speed shot was worth the whole episode right there.
Totally. Next question. Is the artwork really for sale? Probably not. If one of these shows up on the open market, it's because we've auctioned it off for a charity. But that's kind of stuff we tend to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Next question. If you do MythBusters for another 10 years, might you give this story another go?
It might take less than 10 years to get to that point.
It might take less than 10 years, and anything is possible. I know Jamie. Jerry? Who's Jerry? I know that Jamie is mighty keen to blow up that big ball again. Well, that's it for the MythBusters After Show. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.